Hey students, this is your hints video for lesson 8.3 on volume of spheres. So you have several problems where you're just finding the volume of a sphere given a radius. We're going to use our formula, volume equals 4/3 pi r cubed. So in this case for number 3, our radius is 5 inches. So that'll be 4/3 times pi times 5 cubed. And then I'm just going to use my calculator here. I'm going to do 5. I can either do 5 times 5 times 5 or 5 and then use that little caret button to the third power. That's 125. I'm going to multiply that by 4 and then divide by 3. And I get 166.6 repeating. So I have 166.6 repeating, and I'm going to multiply that by 3.14, and I'm going to get 523.3 cubic inches. All right, on this next problem, I'm finding the radius with a given volume. So I'm going to use my same formula, volume equals 4/3 pi r cubed. But this time I'm given the volume in terms of pi. So notice that my volume has the number pi in it. So it's 972 times pi equals 4/3 pi r cubed. Now we can divide both sides of the equation by pi, so that cancels the pi out from both sides. I'm going to multiply both sides by 3/4. And that will get r squared by itself. So I have 972 times 3 divided by 4. That's 729. Now, to find the radius, I need to find the cubed root of 729. So what I'm going to do in my calculator is say, I'm going to write a 3. And then I'm going to put second x root 729, and that's 9 millimeters. All right, for number 14, I'm finding the volume of this composite solid, so it's going to be a half of a sphere plus a cube. So my volume will be 1/2 times 4/3 pi r cubed plus 8 times 8 times 8, or 8 cubed, will be the volume of that cube. Now I can simplify here a little bit. 1/2 times 4/3 is 2/3. So this will be 2/3 pi. Now I have to figure out what my radius is. So if this circle goes all the way across the cube, and I see that the distance all the way across is 8, that means my radius is 4 centimeters. So I'm going to do 4 cubed plus, I'm going to do 8 times 8 times 8, or 8 cubed is 512. Now I have 4 cubed is 64 times 2/3 is, let's see, it looks like 42.6 repeating times pi plus 512. And again, I'm going to use 3.14 for pi. So let me just erase this, 3.14. So when I multiply that, I get 133.97 plus 512. And I get 645.97. 645.97. So to the nearest tenth, that will be 646.0 cubic centimeters. All right, on this next one, we have a composite solid. It sort of looks like it's just a cylinder, but when we see this little part right here, that's telling us that we have a cylinder with a hemisphere cut out of the top of it. So our volume will be a cylinder, which is pi r squared h, minus 1/2 of a sphere. So that's 1/2 times 4/3 pi r cubed. So let's fill in what we know. They give us the diameter of both of those, the cylinder and the sphere. The diameter is 6 inches, so the radius is 3 inches. So our volume will be pi times 3 squared times the height of the cylinder is 11. All of that minus, we can simplify this part right here to 2/3 pi times 3 cubed. Okay, we'll simplify a little bit here. So our volume, 3 squared is 9 times 11, that's 99 pi, minus 3 cubed is 27, times 2/3 is 18, so that's 99 pi minus 18 pi. And that gives us 81 pi. And we'll go ahead and use 3.14 again for pi. And we get our volume is 254.3 cubic inches. All right, next, number 18, we have this cylindrical container with 3 rubber balls. So it's kind of like a can of tennis balls here. We've got the cylinder. There's 3 spheres inside. The cylinder has a height of 18 centimeters and a diameter of 6 centimeters. Each ball has a radius of 3 centimeters, so the ball goes all the way across the cylinder. Find the amount of space in the container that is not occupied by the rubber balls. So we're going to take the volume of the cylinder is pi r squared h, and we're going to subtract 3 spheres. So that's 3 times 4/3 pi r cubed. So let's fill in what we know. The radius of both the cylinder and the spheres is 3, so that's 3 squared times the height, which is 18, minus 3 times 4/3 is just 4, so that's 4 times pi times 3 cubed. All right, let's simplify a bit further. So 3 squared is 9. 9 times 18 is 162. So that's 162 pi is the volume of the cylinder, minus 3 cubed is 27, times 4 is 108. Oops, 108. Okay, so we have 162 pi minus 108 pi. So our volume is 54 pi. And we'll go ahead and use 3.14 for pi. And we get 169.56. So if we round to the nearest whole number, that's 170 cubic centimeters is the amount of space in between the rubber balls. All right, and last one, we have this basketball. It's packaged in a box that's the shape of a cube. The edge of the length of the box is equal to the diameter of the basketball. So our box is going to go directly around the basketball like that, okay? And let's see. What is the surface area and volume of the box? Okay, so and all we're given is the volume of the sphere. So we need to figure out the diameter of the sphere because that will be one of the side lengths of the cube. So we're going to use our volume formula of 4/3 pi r cubed. We're given a volume of 4,500 pi, and that's equal to 4/3 pi r cubed. We'll divide both sides by pi, multiply both sides by 3/4, and we get r cubed is, let's see, 4,500 times 3/4 is 3,375. I need to take the cube root of that. So again, I'm putting in my calculator 3 second x root 3375, and I get that the radius is 15 inches. What I really want though is the diameter, which is 30 inches. So once I know the diameter is 30 inches, for the surface area, I can say each side of this cube, each face will be 30 times 30, or 900. And then there are 6 faces, so 6 times 900 is 5,400 square inches. And the volume will be 30 times 30 times 30, or 30 cubed, which is 27,000 cubic inches.